And now, live from the 2015 Vancouver International Wine Festival, Anthony Gismondi and Casey Wilson. This is Tony and Casey's Best of Food and Wine on Sea Isle 650.
Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, don't
Welcome back to the Best of Food and Wine. We're coming to you live today from the floor of the Vancouver International Wine Festival. 37 years of people tasting wine in this great city of Vancouver. We have a wine culture. Hard to believe. Our next guest has a huge wine culture, but maybe he
wasn't even born 37 years ago.
He wasn't, but his culture was born hundreds of years ago.
That's right.
And we're pretty excited to have him in the studio here live. Eduardo He's the export manager from MontresorWinery. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Great to have you. We're taking a break from Australia. We're going to Italy.
We're back in Italy.
Yeah.
In the crazy Italy.
In the crazy Italy. I love that. Okay, why don't you set the stage, because we've been talking to people from all over Australia. Tell us about Montresor, where it is, and give our listeners a chance to focus in on you.
It's a really strange story. It's the story of my family. Montresor is a French name, so sometimes the people ask us why a French name and you are Italian producer.
Yeah.
Because of the story, it's really old.
Well, the French ran the country for a while, didn't they?
No, but the crazy thing that normally that there is not good blood between French people and Italian people.
No.
And the story started in the 16th century when my ancestral father, Claude,
16th century.
16th century.
Okay, let's get that straight. Yeah.
From the Val de Loire, where it is located, you can see there is the castle of Montresor.
Yeah.
Beautiful place. And he had some political problem. He attempted to kill the Cardinal Richelieu. Really easy. It was probably a hobby. There is people that collect briefcase and it's. I told you that we are crazy. And so the problem that the attempt failed. So he had to escape from France to Italy really fast.
When you don't kill the guy, you got to go.
Yeah, really, really fast. And this is the reason, because a French guy decided to move in Italy. Really, really strange. And he arrived in the north of Italy, in the Veneto. Veneto is a region in the north.
Sure.
It's famous for the Venice. And exactly, we were in Verona city, the city of love, Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, it's... And he bought the terroir, the fields. He started to grow the vineyard, like as a hobby, like in French tradition, to produce wine for family, parents, party. And only in the 1892, my great-grandfather Giacomo, this is why the name of the company is Giacomo Montresor, decided to start the commercialization of the wine. So we can tell that the company started in 1892.
That is amazing. 1892.
Yeah, it's a lot of time. It's a lot of pressure on my shoulder.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it sure is. Well, traditionally we would talk about Amarone.
Yes,
and,
the king of the
wines. But you showed up with a pink wine.
Yeah, because the two wines that we can test now is one is the tradition that I have to bring. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's a part of my history, family history. But the rosé, the sparkling wine, is a sparkling wine made with 100% Pinot Noir. It's a part of the new generation.
I was just going to say, and it'll bring the new generation to your winery.
Yeah. Now we are trying to have all young people, because we think that it's really important to sometimes bring in the company fresh air, breathe something new. And this is a product that we started to produce in 2001 for a joke, because there is behind this wine there is a reason why a Pinot Noir in Veneto.
Yeah.
Because
what's the joke?
Yeah, it's crazy, and because one of the biggest dream of my grandfather was create a Pinot Noir, still Pinot Noir in Burgundy style. French blood. But it's not possible. The terroir not give you the same elegance that you can find in Burgundy. So he tried for 20 years to do something, nothing. So he started to hate this place of the vineyard, and he decided, okay, I don't want to see more this place. And the family forgot.
You guys really have a problem with the French, eh?
Yeah. We have a lot of problems. I think that we are full of passion. This is the problem of my family.
Yeah, that's a good thing to have.
Do you know that the American writer Edgar Allan Poe He wrote a novel
Yes.
about my family, the Cask of Amontillado.
Did he?
Where he wrote that one of my ancestral father had the attitude, really similar, quite similar of Claude, to organize a huge party in the cellar. Our cellar is amazing. It's 25 meters under the ground, and there's really darkness, no noise. And they did this party with the friends, family, and enemies. And when the enemies was drunk, he built it alive in the wall. Another hobby of the family.
Oh my goodness. This is true story?
It's no.
It's a legend.
I can't tell you if it's true. There is the police around here.
You'd be
It's,
arrested.
scary
That's
about it.
right.
It's and it's funny when I have a customer.
I don't want to be a wine writer in that cellar, believe me.
No, I want to invite you now for the next week.
Bury
Want
me
to
into the
visit?
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
No, before there is a question, do you like my wine? Depend of your answer.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's so back
Yeah.
to the story. It's
Sure.
it's in 2001. I was with my cousin in the field. There was we are looking to replant a couple of area, and we have 18 hectares of Pinot Noir. We have to do something.
Yeah.
And so we decide, still wine, forget it. And we decide to do something new, a sparkling wine, rosé. We study on this wine for 3 years to find the right colors, because the colors came from the natural contact with the skin.
Yes.
And we produced it the first year in 2004, 20,000 bottles. And we released on the market in April. And the idea was sell in 1 year. But in the middle of June, the wine was
gone.
finished.
Yeah.
Was amazing success. We are really proud about it, because
Yeah.
it's a
And surprised.
surprise.
Yeah.
Really surprised for...
Were you ahead of your time doing a sparkling rosé?
We spent many years to discover, because the problem was to find the right yeast
Yeah.
and
And the right color,
and the right color.
because the color's fantastic.
The color is really
It's
important.
it's off the charts.
I
yeah.
think that the wine is magic, because when you... My father tell always that wine is music in the bottle. And like the music, when you heard opera or classical music, you have all the senses ready.
Yes.
There.
It's delicious.
Hey, do you like it?
Yeah, no, it's great. Our guest is EdoardoMontresor. He's the export manager from Cantini Giacomo Montresor. We just tried the sparkling rosé, which I think is a big hit in the room too. Now we're going to be a bit more traditional.
Yeah.
Maybe talk a little bit
We're
about
back in the history.
yeah,
Except
about
that bottle doesn't look
Valpolicella.
traditional. That frosted bottle. Tell
well,
us
it's
about
a
that.
tradition for them, but
Yeah, and the curious thing is that was not created for a marketing reason. It was created
No.
for a technical reason.
yeah.
Montresor was on
Looks a bit like Juliet, no? Or-
Yeah, no. It's a, but I know that it's a fancy bottle, but for us it's a part of the history, because we started to produce this type of bottle in 1921.
There you go.
Montresor was one of the first Italian company to export the wine in U.S. And the big problem at the time was the shipment, because
Yes.
in the past the wine stayed in an open case like
Yeah.
mineral water, and sometimes
They were rubbing up against each other? Or?
happen every day.
Yeah.
I have a huge problem during the shipping in Italy.
Yeah.
Sometime-
Okay, you have to explain that to us. It was rubbing. The bottles were rubbing up against.
Each other.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Well, then you ruin the glass on the bottle. It gets all scratched and
Yeah.
So that's why you frosted.
No, we frosted to protect the wine from the light of
That's what I
the
thought.
sun. During the shipment, sometimes the cases of the wine stay outside.
oh yeah, sure.
And you can imagine 1 month what is happening with the light of the sun.
Yes.
Really, really tough. So my great grandfather started to frost the bottle to protect the wine inside. And the strange thing that for us, for the new generation, for my generation, the generation of my father, is a really, really old style bottle. So we tried to change 2 times. In the
Yes.
80s in Italy, it was a disaster.
People resist that.
We
yeah.
we changed it in the 81 and
Yeah.
in Italy, and we received in 1 month more than 10,000
Yeah, like-
mail, and was
wow.
not
Mail?
mail, because in the internet, just the internet, to complain it.
Yeah.
And I have in the office, it's crazy, because you have a mail that, no, please, back, really gentle.
Yeah.
Yes.
A part of the mail that
Yeah.
probably was crazy
Vicious.
people that
They wanted to bury
I want to
you in the
kill
wall.
you.
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
Yes.
If you the back of the whole bottle.
Because
Yeah.
they knew you were into that kind of violence.
Yeah,
From-
yeah. But it's a hobby. Come on, madame.
Yes,
It's
it is
It's
a
risk-
hobby.
I told you, but I can't tell you. It's but about the Amarone, I think that it's really important to know something about the history of the bottle, but the really important thing is what there is inside. Amarone is a unique wine in the world made with 100% of dry grapes. We choose each grape by hand because we have to have only the best grapes with the best skins. We storage in the granary. We have a really natural drying. So
you pick the grapes and then you take them to an area. And
it's a granary in the top of the cellar.
And you air dry them up there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when arrive January, February, and the grapes are ready, and means that we lost 50% of the white, so really concentrated. We start the really process of production. We press softly the grapes, and we start a slow fermentation, slow aging.
So when you dry the grapes, the reason you dry the grapes is because grapes are basically a lot of water. So you want to get rid of about a third of the water? Or?
No, the idea, it's an old system. Because you have to know that in the past, I'm talking about 100 years ago, the climate in North Italy was really cold.
Yeah.
And to obtain really a high body, full body wine with high alcohol, the unique way was dry grapes.
Yeah.
This was
intensify the flavors of the wine. Yes, of course. Yeah.
What would you like to eat with this wine?
I think that Amarone, it's I can tell you what we eat in Verona with Amarone.
Yes.
With we used to pairing with overcooked meat.
Yes.
With the sausage made with Amarone wine. Or I think that you don't have time to prepare something so complex. It's amazing with the blue cheeses.
With blue cheese.
Oh,
okay,
amazing.
Great
or
idea.
Or Grana Padano, but...
Yes.
Grana Padano.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
So
and delicious in the glass, too.
It is.
Yeah.
And I would say a grilled pork chop here would go well, too, with it.
Yeah? Grilled pork chop?
Yeah.
Because our pork's more domesticated than yours.
He looks like he's going to kill you when you say that,
yes,
Casey.
He does.
Yeah, it's I can suggest to prepare that there is in Italy you can find what you want. There is a beautiful recipe for produce a sausage made with a strawberry to pairing with the pork, and it will be perfect with a Amarone.
Yes. Okay.
Eduardo, great to catch up with you. One of the reasons this festival is so successful is principals come to it and stand behind the booth. They can meet you tonight. Edoardo Montresor is pouring his own wine at the Vancouver National Festival. We've just had the 2010 Amarone della Valpolicella, which was delicious.
Thank you.
Plus the rosé. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We'll take a quick break. I'm Tony Gismondi.
I'm Casey Wilson.
We'll be right back on the Best of Food and Wine on Sea Isle 650.
There's lots more still ahead. Live from the 2015 Vancouver International Wine Festival, this is Tony and Casey's Best of Food and Wine on Sea Isle 650.